Welcome back to this big day of politics on MSNBC. One hot Senate race that we're following is the one in Ohio, where Senator Mike DeWine, the Republican, is seeking a third term in what may be the toughest atmosphere for Republicans anywhere in the nation. His Democratic challenger is Congressman Sherrod Brown. Hardball correspondent David Schuster joins us now from Columbus, Ohio. Schuster!
Well, Chris, regards from the Ohio State University here in Columbus. And Chris, one of the things that the polling in Ohio is showing is that there's a tremendous amount of engagement by younger people who tend not to participate in the election. So to test it out, we've got 8 Buckeye students here with us. Show of hands, how many of you are going to be voting in this election? Okay, we're 8 for 8. Now let's go with the number one issue. Number one issue, raise your hand if you think the number one issue is the economy. Number one issue, Iraq, or pulling the troops out. Okay, we got 5 there. Number one issue, protecting America, keeping America safe. All right, we'll start with you. Kristen?
Yes.
Number one issue, and what's it going to determine your vote for?
Mine is the war in Iraq and just anybody who's ready to pull out and just stop all of the ridiculous stuff that's going on over there.
Terry, I heard you say you're a Sherrod Brown person. How come?
Yes, I met Sherrod a couple times. I like what he stands for, and I think he could really turn Ohio and the Senate around.
Megan, what's the number one issue for you?
The number one issue for me is pulling the troops out of Iraq. I support them over there, but I don't think they should be over there.
Now, Chris, you've served in Iraq. You're a member of the Army. You're a Republican. But tell us what's on your mind right now with this election and why you're voting the way you are.
I think that the Democrats have a better plan for what we need to be doing in Iraq in the future, and the Republicans have had the reins long enough and things haven't really worked out too well. So I think the Democrats, especially in Congress and the Senate, are going to get things moving forward a little bit and stirred up, and you know, the Republicans kind of have a stranglehold on the way things are going.
And Chris, when people ask you about your military experience and how that affects your vote, what do you say to them?
It makes me really respect having the right to vote, and it kind of gets me a little upset for people that, you know, they get all heated about the issues, but they've never really done anything about it or served their country or anything like that.
Sam, what's the number one issue you think among students here at Ohio State?
I'd probably say the war in Iraq, just because there's a lot of students here that are in the ROTC or in the Army, so I'd say that's probably the biggest issue.
And Josh, number one issue for you?
Keeping America safe, and sometimes we don't always know what that is, so sometimes it might be withdrawing troops so we're not involved in certain actions, and sometimes it might involve sending troops places. So I think the number one thing is keeping America safe.
Ayanna and Kyle, ran out of time for you, but thank you all very much. One more thing, one more prediction. How many feel that Michigan is going to beat Ohio State this year? All right. There you go, the number one ranked football team. And also, Chris, there is, of course, great attention, big focus, even here among college students on this race. And as you mentioned, the polls show that Sherrod Brown is 8 to 10 points ahead of Mike DeWine, but a lot of people, even younger people, are paying close attention. Chris?
David, what's the number one ranked team in the country, just to get it clear here, right now?
Well, this is going to be painful for me to say as a Michigan grad, but it is Ohio State University.
I just wanted that out of you now, my friend. It is Ohio State. We'll see who wins the other game.
Here it is. In Columbus, I've declared that Ohio State is ranked number one for now. We'll wait and see what happens with it.
What a politician. Thank you very much, David Schuster in Columbus. Now to New York, where ever since 1997,